They told us hard work leads to success. But look around. Do you really believe that? The people who sweat the most, sacrifice the most, are the ones earning the least. And those who barely lift a finger? They're living like kings. This isn't a glitch. It's by design. And we've been taught to call it moral. Nietzsche saw it coming. And today we're exposing the lie we've all been living. Let's be honest. We've all heard it. Work hard and you'll succeed. But look around. The people working the longest hours, the janitors, truck drivers, warehouse workers, nurses, are often the ones struggling the most. Bills keep piling up, the rent's due, and savings? What savings? And yet we're told this is how life should be. That hard work is something to be proud of, even when it barely pays. That if you just keep going, your time will come. But what if that's the biggest lie we've ever been told? A long time ago, a philosopher named Friedrich Nietzsche said something that still hits hard today. The idea of being a good, hard-working person was created to keep regular people in line. He said we've been taught to see our own suffering as something noble, that if we struggle, it means we're doing the right thing. Why? Because it helps the people at the top stay at the top. Think about it. If we believe that working long hours for low pay makes us better people, we'll keep doing it. We won't complain. We won't fight back. We'll feel guilty for wanting more. But look at who really benefits. CEOs making millions while employees work double shifts. Online influencers getting rich off attention while artists, teachers, and caregivers barely get by. Who's doing the real work and who's getting the reward? Take the janitor working through the night to keep an office clean, or the nurse pulling back-to-back shifts in a packed hospital, or the artist creating something beautiful but can't pay rent. Their work matters, but it doesn't pay. Meanwhile, the people making the most money, they're often not working harder. They're just better at playing the system. We've been told a story, that life is fair, that if someone is rich, they must have earned it, that if someone is poor, they must be lazy. That's a lie, and it's a dangerous one. Nietzsche wanted us to see that this isn't just bad luck. It's a system designed this way. The idea that hard work is always good is used to keep people quiet and tired. If you're always exhausted, you don't have time to question why the system is so unfair. And when the reward never comes, most of us don't blame the system. We blame ourselves. I should have worked harder. I should have gotten a better job. I should have tried more. But here's the truth. The system doesn't reward hard work. It rewards profit. It rewards people who can make money off others. That's why someone trading stocks on their phone can earn more in a day than a teacher does in a year. Not because they work harder, but because their job makes more money for the market. That's not fair, and it's not your fault. Now think about how many people you know who are running on fumes, waking up early, going to bed late, missing family dinners, skipping weekends, all to hold on to a paycheck that barely covers the basics. And yet they keep going, day after day. Why? Because they believe they have to. Because they've been told that quitting or slowing down makes them weak. But exhaustion isn't a badge of honor. It's a warning sign. We've turned burnout into something to brag about, as if being overworked means you're doing life right. But what if it means the system is doing you wrong? The way things are set up now, the harder your job is on your body and your mind, the less it tends to pay. Cleaning floors, caring for the sick, lifting heavy things, dealing with angry customers. Those jobs don't come with six-figure salaries, but they should come with respect. And more than that, they should come with a living wage. Nietzsche believed that we're not born believing in suffering, that belief is taught, and it's taught by those who benefit when others accept less. When we're convinced that pain builds character, we stop fighting for better conditions. We start thinking, maybe this is just the way it is. But it doesn't have to be. We don't have to keep praising people for struggling. We can start asking why the struggle exists in the first place. Why is a single mother working 2 jobs and still falling behind? Why is a warehouse worker getting injured and told to keep going? Why is a school teacher buying supplies out of their own pocket? These aren't signs of individual failure. They're signs of a broken system. And yet the people at the top keep pushing the same message. Keep going. Push harder. Don't complain. That message keeps the wheels turning, but it keeps people stuck. It tells you that your value is based on how much you can endure, that the more you suffer, the more you deserve respect. But what if you deserve respect just for being human? What if rest wasn't something you had to earn, but something you're allowed to have? We've made life so busy, so loud, that we don't even have time to think anymore. We're just moving from one shift to the next, one paycheck to the next, and that's exactly how the system likes it. Because tired people don't ask questions. Nietzsche believed we should question everything, especially the values we were taught to accept without thinking. He said we could become something better, not by being tougher, but by being more awake, by seeing the lies for what they are and refusing to live by them. So what does that mean for us? It means we stop measuring people by their job titles or their income. We stop calling some jobs low skill just because they don't pay well. Every job that keeps society running is skilled. Every person trying their best deserves support. It means we stop telling people that their value depends on what they produce. You don't have to create something profitable to matter. You don't need to hustle every second of the day to be a good person. And it means we build a world where people can actually live, not just survive. That starts with policies, yes. Fair wages, health care, child care, time off, protections for workers. But it also starts with how we treat each other, with respect, with honesty, with the belief that people are more than what they do for money. Imagine a life where you don't have to earn the right to rest, where you're not afraid to take a day off, where you're not praised for breaking down. That kind of life is possible. But first, we have to stop believing that pain makes us better and start believing that people deserve good things before they hit their breaking point. We have to stop saying, "You're such a hard worker," and start saying, "You shouldn't have to work this hard just to get by." Because here's what's really at stake. When we keep pushing this lie about moral labor, we're not just hurting ourselves. We're teaching the next generation that suffering is the price of being good, that life is meant to be hard, and if it's not, you're doing it wrong. We can't let that lie keep going. The people who work the hardest shouldn't be the ones left with the least. The people who give the most shouldn't be the ones burning out. The people holding society together shouldn't be treated like they're replaceable. Nietzsche didn't give us all the answers, but he gave us the courage to ask the right questions. What do we really believe? Who taught us to believe it? And what happens if we stop? If we stop buying into the lie that suffering is strength? If we stop accepting the scraps and start demanding a seat at the table? A better world isn't just possible, it's necessary. One where work is fair, where rest is respected, where people matter more than profits. We don't have to earn dignity, we just have to stop letting the system take it away. And maybe it starts small. Maybe it starts with checking in on a friend instead of glorifying how busy they are. Maybe it's encouraging someone to take that break. Maybe it's giving yourself permission to stop, just for a minute. Because when you stop, you start seeing things clearly. You notice how fast everything moves, how loud the messages are, how deeply the lie runs. And if we start seeing them, not as statistics, but as people, we start to care. We start to ask different questions. Not how do I keep up, but why are we racing at all? Not how do I look successful, but do I feel okay inside? That's where real change starts. Not with more effort, but with more awareness. Nietzsche would probably say that waking up is the first rebellion, that once you stop sleepwalking through someone else's story, you can finally start writing your own. And it won't be easy. Changing anything big never is. But what's the alternative? A life where being tired is normal? Where silence is expected? Where fairness is a fantasy? We deserve more.